second speech, which is all about giving an appropriate outline, having a very definite start, middle and end to it, and making sure your message is clear, is Rob Walker, who I was very proud to be able to evaluate. And I remember at the end of my evaluation I said, I can't wait to hear your second speech. So now I'm very grateful I can say, I can't wait to hear your second speech, with your title, Marketing, Rob Walker.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about marketing. But what is marketing? What are the benefits of marketing? Now for just 1 second, if you just follow me, if you just close your eyes, imagine you're lying down, the sun's coming down on you, there's a warm breeze coming up, and you slowly open your eyes, and you look around, and you realise you're on your luxury yacht, because that's what effective marketing has done. It's allowed you to be incredibly successful with your business venture. Now, marketing is basically about getting your product or service in front of your target audience. So, the first thing you need to do in evaluating your marketing, producing a marketing campaign, is always understand the costs versus the benefit. If it costs you £10,000 and you're only making a £2,000 return, then it's a bad investment. If it's costing you £2,000 and you're making a £10,000, then it's a fantastic investment. And that's what you need to always come back to in focusing on your marketing. So the first, I'm going to mention 3 things that you need to do to produce an effective marketing campaign. The first thing, you need to always understand your product inside out. You need to also understand your competitor's product. Because if you know exactly what you're doing well, what your competitor's doing well, what they're doing badly, then you can get a marketing campaign, you can put it up on your billboard. What am I doing well? The reasons I'm better than my customers. Point A, point B, point C. And if you don't know your product and you don't know your competitor's product, then you can't do this effectively. The second, you need to know your target audience. You need to engage your target audience. You need to ask them questions. What do they like? What do they dislike? If you know exactly what people are asking for, the price they're willing to pay, the specifications, the services you're after, then you can effectively market to those people in the most cost-effective way. The third and most important thing in defining your marketing campaign, you always need a goal. In whatever you do, define a goal. Put it up on your whiteboard in the office, wherever you are, on a piece of paper. But if you've got a goal, say you want to increase your product sales by 10,000 in the first month, you want to increase product awareness of what you're doing, you want people to find out more about your profile, your brand, then you need to define that at the top and then work back from it. It'll allow you subjectively to look at what you're doing and whether it's working well, whether it's working badly, whether you need to look at different marketing channels. So, use those 3 tools to actually start your marketing campaign. You need to know your product, you need to know your target audience, and you need to define a goal. When you've got that in place, you can then actually go out and market your product or service. And the next 3 things, I think, are going to really help you understand exactly how to get the best out of your marketing. But just to be clear, this isn't a definition I've read from a book. This is my approach to marketing and how I think it will really help you sell your services or sell your product. So the first thing you need to concentrate on in marketing is networking. Just you're going out and meeting other business people, meeting people that you can relate to, who you can tell about your product or service, and then you can build confidence and trust in those people. And eventually, if you walk in, there's 10 people, hi Bob, hi Jane, and you've got a good relationship with them, then they'll tell their network. So if you've gone and you've met 10 people, and they know 10 people, that's 100 people. You've times it by 10, just by that. So the second marketing point, social media. You can go out there, you can use websites like Facebook, like LinkedIn, MySpace, Bebo, and you can engage your target audience. So remember the second point I said earlier? If you engage this target audience on a regular basis, you're always in their mind, you're always in front of them. And you can ask them questions. You can ask them what they like, what they dislike, and it's a very simple thing, it's free, and you can do it on a daily basis. The third element of marketing, I think, is the most powerful, it can be quite costly, is search engine marketing. So if you go to Google or Yahoo and you put in picture frames, and you know, I could probably tell you over a given month that 10,000 people may have searched for the word picture frame. Now if you're selling picture frames and you're at the top of that list, then you know that people are going to be interested in what you're selling. So to get to the top of that list can be quite costly, but it can bring about fantastic return on investment. So I would go back: networking, social media, search engine marketing. Use these with an effective marketing campaign. Knowing your target audience, knowing your product, and having a goal will lead you to have the best possible return on your marketing. So, just to give you an example, and this is a true story, I build websites for a living. A client came in and they spent £15,000 on this website, and we implemented this marketing approach with them, and within 3 months they made a return on their investment. 3 months. Within the first year, they'd made 1,000% growth because they'd implemented this. Because they understand the market, they know the price, they know what to do better than everyone else, and therefore they've been incredibly successful with their business ventures. And I can promise you that we will be sailing around our luxury yachts together. So you need to make sure that you get everything right. Thank you very much.
When I went into marketing, somebody had explained it as clearly as that. That would be very, very useful. Our third speaker